Hello, thank you so much for clicking this video today. I really appreciate it. This is a weekly recap. We go over all of the information that you've missed in Cardano in the past week, and we've got some very juicy details today. There was actually a hack of over $200 million on another bridge protocol. And normally on Cardano, we don't have to worry about stuff like this. Normally we don't have bridges coming to Cardano, but now we do with Alonzo. And this Nomad hack actually affected Wing Riders, a DEX on Cardano, and allowed people to lose some money. You know, hackers took money from the bridge, which then made the token on Wing Riders worthless. So some Cardano users lost a lot of money. We're going to be going into that today, talking about the whole story, what I think of it. We're also going to be talking about the fact that a bank has now actually started accepting ADA staking from a bank. So that's very exciting, and it's going to be a good video. Thank you guys so much for clicking on it. If you guys stay till the end, we're going to be doing an ADA giveaway at the end, so make sure you stay till the end to see how you guys can enter that. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you like, subscribe, click that notification bell, comment down below. Let me know what you think, any comments you have, any questions. And honestly, let's just jump right into the video. So just to jump right into the Nomad bridge hack, you know, it's estimated that over $150 million to $200 million was lost from this hack. And the hack was actually on Ethereum. And what was very unique is the hacker, they didn't have to know Solidity. They didn't have to know, Merkle trees or anything special to actually, make this work. All they had to do was submit a transaction and wait for it to work, wait for it to actually match the hash that would allow the transaction to go through. And that's what they did to actually take all of this money. How does this tie into Cardano? This bridge hack was on ETH. Well, recently, with Alonzo, we've actually had some bridge tokens over to Cardano, even with that risk there. And one of the first DEXs to actually integrate this on the Cardano Layer 1 is Wing Riders. Wing Riders is honestly one of the bigger DEXs on Cardano, especially before the TVL fell. As you can see here on screen, the TVL fell a lot. We can actually take a look at that real quick. The TVL fell by more than 60% in 7 days, which is definitely quite a lot. You can see it there. It was at 57 million on July 30th, and now we're looking at the TVL of 18 million. And this is one from the Wing Riders price going down. It's also from a couple of their tokens being hacked. If we go to Wing Riders website right here, look, they have MAD USDC and MAD WETH. These were the two tokens that were actually hacked from that bridge that are now worth nothing. And to tell you a little bit more about Wing Riders is they're backed by many of the great investing firms on Cardano and in the space as a whole. So you think that would add some validity there, and I personally think this was just a bad decision to bring this bridge token over. We all know what happens with bridges and the hacks, and on top of that, Wing Riders was actually who found the vulnerability in MinSwap. So MinSwap is another leading DEX on Cardano. And with MinSwap, there was actually a vulnerability that allowed users to drain the entire smart contract. So when this was announced, Wing Riders came out and stated, oh, look how good we are. We found this smart contract with an issue. We taught MinSwap how to do it. When in reality, it wasn't just helpful advice. They actually charged them a fee for that vulnerability in MinSwap. And I'm not going to comment on whether that was right or wrong. I just do want to kind of tell you the story of Wing Riders thus far. They created a DEX on Cardano. They brought in some of these bridged assets. And then on top of that, they actually found a vulnerability that saved people a lot of money on Cardano. However, they did charge for that. There's been about $1.8 billion hacked from bridges in the last year, and I'm sure I'm missing some from that estimate. And one of the main things about Wing Riders that made it unique was the fact that it had MAD USDC, MAD USDT, MAD BTC, and MAD ETH. The ability to actually hold those tokens on Cardano is what made Wing Riders unique. However, it also has now shown to be a detriment to Wing Riders. Knowing that the TVL has fallen, knowing that the value of these assets has fallen as well, what was Wing Riders' actual response to this? I'm gonna read it verbatim. It's very interesting. It's not gonna be long, I promise. And we got to talk about this, man. I mean, seriously, they're gonna put a face palm of the Wing Riders guy. So this is the guy that they use for all Wing Riders announcements. They pull him out. They call up the designer. They're like, we need a face palm. We had a bridge hack. It's like I almost wonder if they already had the facepalm guy made, or if he's just on command. Like, there's just something so ironic about this. But I'm sorry to anyone that lost money. I'm just trying to look at the the interesting parts of this, or something that's a bit comical, and it's the fact that they're going to really put the Wing Riders guy facepalming because people lost a bunch of money. Your Cardano assets and WRT tokens are safe. The platform and smart contracts are not technically impacted. Bridge assets, MAD USDC, USDT, BTC, and ETH, these are all the MAD versions on Wing Riders, they're all impacted. The swapping on these pools is disabled to protect the 50% of liquidity in ADA. Withdrawals available. TVL of Wing Riders dropped significantly, impacting as well as the WRT token price, all right? So the TVL fell, the price of the token fell. Farming rewards for the epoch starting in a day will be adjusted in the next hours. I think they're probably going to increase them. Further farming on Nomad assets will be discontinued for good. However, for this current epoch, the rewards will be delivered. This will be at least some recovery for those that did not manage to withdraw from the pools or bridge back to the ETH space. The project had 330K in bridge stables from the whitelist sale. Due to a bad judgment call of a team member, one team member, 258K of those were swapped. The small proceeds of 76K ADA will be used for user loss compensations where possible once the situation stabilizes. As it currently stands, a partial recovery of bridge funds by Nomad seems possible. So, maybe you'll get some funds back, maybe. We stand ready to work with them to maximize this probability. Project funds for future development are solid. The Wing Riders token uses the Milka Meta bridge and the Seller bridge for bridging Milka Meta and Binance Smart Chain. Nomad bridge is not used. One thing that really stands out to me was, due to a bad judgment call, 258K of these were swapped. The small proceeds of 76K ADA will be used for user loss compensation where possible. So one part that's really throwing me off here is blaming it on a bad judgment call of one team member. That doesn't seem right to me. In startups, if one of your team members does a bad thing, that's your team that does that. And they also mention here that they sold 258K of stable coins. I mean, doesn't that equal over 500,000 ADA that they received from this? But they state here that only a small proceeds of 76K ADA will be used for user loss compensations where possible once the situation stabilizes. Also reading further, some of the Nomad bridge funds were actually returned, so there may be some additional compensation coming from the Nomad, but I wouldn't count on it, especially when it comes from these hacks. But if the team swapped 258K of ADA, and this was before everything was figured out, this is when the price was still stable, that would be over 500,000 ADA. So why is only 76K ADA being used for user loss compensations where possible? I almost wonder, and again, this is me wondering, this is an assumption, this is not a truth, if some of those funds were actually used to pay back some of their early investors or pay back some of the team that had the money in that pool, giving them priority access. But again, that's not confirmed. That's purely speculation. I just don't see why they can sell 250K of stablecoins and only have 76K ADA to refund the community for that loss. They state in their article that this is a sad day for crypto, and I saw some people reply that it's a sad day only for Wing Riders, and I tend to disagree with that. It definitely is for Wing Riders. They've lost a lot of respect. I mean, the fact that one team member, sold all of that, I mean, that's pretty ridiculous in my opinion. I'm not sure why or, what's happening with those funds. And also the fact that they, requested a bounty from MinSwap, for the bug that they found. It just seems, a bit unethical to me, but I'm curious on what you guys think down below. I am not the arbiter of truth here. And the reason that I say it is sad for the space is because if I tell my mom that $200 million were hacked, or my grandma, they're going to think that it was crypto as a whole. They're going to think it's the layer 1 blockchain and not these degens using synthetic assets. There is a lot of risk in using anything synthetic, anything with bridges. Think about what you're doing. You're opening yourself up to more risk. Whereas if you mint a token on Cardano, all you're relying on is the layer 1 blockchain. Whereas if that token that you minted on Cardano is a bridged asset, you're also relying on Cardano and the smart contracts in Ethereum. And if it's bridged somewhere else, the smart contracts on there too. So there's a huge amount of risk in using synthetic assets. And honestly, this makes me sad because when people see hacks like this, they get a bad taste in their mouth about crypto and the security of it without actually understanding that, this was a bit of degeneracy that led to these hacks. Another thing that I would say is never put anything, that you're not willing to lose in any new technology or any new idea, because this is going to continue to happen, especially as the bear market gets worse, especially, a lot of this stuff is going to be found out in the next 6 to 8 months, in my opinion. So please be very careful out there and never invest more than you're willing to lose. Also, I have an important announcement to make. Today is the last day that you can register to vote. You have to register to vote by UTC. Once you do that, you can actually get paid in ADA for voting. It only takes you 10 minutes. There's going to be a link down below in the comment section and the description that is a video guide on how you can vote or register to vote. And then the voting starts on the 11th. And, we could really use your vote for Rare Bloom and Atrium, but I'm happy to answer any of your guys' questions relative to registering to vote. Cardano staking is now available through a Swiss bank, but we're going to get to that in just a moment. Very briefly, I'm going to tell you about the Rare Bloom. The Rare Bloom is the largest Cardano event ever hosted by the community, for the community. We have over 40 plus projects already signed up for the event. We've got IOG, we've got DC Spark, we've got Charles himself, Ben Gortzel, SingularityNet, MinSwap, and many of the great builders that you've seen out there in the community. And we're all going to be in one place for 2 days in Denver, Colorado on the 14th and 15th. And this event's going to provide education, networking. There's going to be booths. It's a full expo center. It's a beautiful resort, which I can show you right here. And within this, there's going to be speakers. There's going to be a lot of valuable content. And you can actually purchase your hotel rooms right now. And you can also purchase your tickets in USD or ADA. And you actually get an NFT with the purchase of every ticket, and then an additional NFT from one of our partner projects like Claymates, like Mycelial Gallery, and Ben Gortzel, and many more. So thank you. So you can actually stake Cardano through Sygnum Bank, which is very exciting. It's cool to see us moving forward in the future and seeing banks adopt this technology. It is a digital bank. It is a bank that is ahead of the game. However, it's still very exciting to me. So Cardano joins Sigma's growing bank-grade staking portfolio, which includes other leading proof-of-stake networks like Ethereum, Tezos, and ICP. Sigma is the world's first digital asset bank, and they announced today that it's expanded to offer Cardano staking in its native portfolio. Sigma already offers staking to the ones that I mentioned, but now clients will actually be able to stake Cardano directly on their bank, which is awesome. And we have a quote here directly from Frederick Agard. He says, "I'm delighted to welcome Sygnum Bank and its clients to our thriving ecosystem. This new offering allows Sygnum clients to participate in our ecosystem, where they enjoy a risk-free staking experience without having to transfer an asset nor lock it," which is very exciting to me. So Cardano staking is now on banks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I had a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys at the Rare Bloom. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click the like button. If you made it till the end and you also want to enter the giveaway, please comment SYGNUM down below, SYGNUM. And also the second way to join the giveaway, you have to join the Discord server, fill out the CAPTCHA, go to the giveaway tab, and react with a confetti symbol to enter an ADA giveaway. I really do appreciate you guys. I love making these videos, and I couldn't do it without you. Love you guys. Be safe out there. I'll see you on the next one.